Hello, this is Dr. Kimani, licensed clinical psychologist. I'm taking you with me on a CEO travel day where I get paid to do training. So I want to take you with me to show you that once you leave a toxic job, you are able to make money in other ways. Okay, so I'm going to take you with me on the journey. So I'm at the airport in Los Angeles, and I'm just going to show you the ways that I've upgraded my life since I left that toxic job. So tune in. I forgot to add this in my previous video, but when you go on trainings, when you get paid to do trainings, they pay for your way. So fly in style, live a life of ease, like Stephanie Perry talks about. If you do not have a TSA pre-check and you can afford that, please do that. It makes life so much easier, okay? So TSA pre-check. Okay, I'm waiting to board my flight to Seattle, and I now fly first class. So a tip, another tip. So as a CEO owner, or as a business owner, or as somebody who just wants to live a life of ease, again quoting Stephanie Perry, I got a business credit card through Delta, and when I use the credit card, I get points. And with the points, I'm able to upgrade to first class. And when I tell you first class is so much better, it is so much better. It is so much better. So I'm gonna take you with me on a little trip to first class. And I just wanna say this too. If I was petty, I would say first class is even worth it just so you can laugh at the looks that you will get going into first class. So when you start lining up and you're the first to go on, people look at you crazy. Even the ticket agent sometimes. Now, if you were petty, you would be like, "Oh, this. I'm getting a little chuckle out of this, okay?" And then when you sit down, people look at you crazy. But whatever, that's not my priority. My priority is it is good in first class. Okay, so if you are able to upgrade to first class, please do that. So see if you can get a credit card to get points, and then you're able to upgrade to first class. I'm in Seattle, on my way to Yakima, I think it's called, Washington, to do a training. And I just want to share another tip with you. So I flew first class from LA to Seattle, and then I had to take another um, airline to this small town or city. And so I got an Alaska Airlines the coach. This is only a 50-minute flight. However, get to your gate early. Get there early and ask them to upgrade you. So they upgraded me to first class. So I just want to share a tip with you. Again, if you're a traveling coach and you get to your gate early, please ask to be upgraded to first class. Okay, take care. Okay, I made it to Yakima. That's what it's called. I made it to Yakima, Washington. I am now in my hotel room. I hear that, or I was told that this is the oldest hotel in Yakima. And Yakima is a small town outside of Seattle. I cannot remember the last time I've been to a small town. I think maybe it was when my grandparents lived in Niles, Michigan. I'm from Chicago, and they had a house up in Niles, Michigan. I think that was the last time I was in a small town, but it's really interesting. So this is my room. And, as I was in the hotel, or when I was in the airport, excuse me, I have on one of my favorite shirts, right? My ancestors' wildest dreams. And I was just thinking as I was traveling, I'm being paid to do a training. They're flying me out. I'm flying first class. They're paying for everything. And I just got a little emotional. I didn't shed a tear, but I just felt a little emotional because I was thinking how my ancestors are probably so proud right now to see me, and just like how unbelievable it is that I was able to leave a toxic job that was very much like a plantation. I was able to say no more, and I was able to reclaim my freedom and my time and my money and all those things. and pivot to work for myself. And just think for our ancestors how they had to withstand so much brutality and disrespect and having to always work for other people. And they did all that because they knew in their souls that generations down the line, that we will be able to have the same freedoms that we have now. And so I wanted to talk about that because when we are in situations where we feel like our freedom is lost or we are hopeless because of our situations, I just want to also encourage us to think about this, not only for ourselves, but also in honor of our ancestors and all that they've gone through, that in honor of them, in honor of ourselves, that we live the best life that we can because they sacrificed so much for us to be here. So as we are doing our thing and saying what we deserve and calling out things that are wrong that our ancestors were not able to do. They were not able to do these things, and now we are. And so my hope is that you are also giving honor to yourself and really doing or creating environments for yourself where you are safe physically and psychologically, and where you are growing. You are growing. You know, I've had so many situations, waking up and just dreading the wake up and the whole day at the toxic job. And you may relate to what I'm talking about. But anyway, I just want to take you on the journey with me. And I'm about to get ready for my live. And we're going to be talking about Black women in competition in the workplace. I have experienced that. You probably have too. I've had so many Black women reach out to me in my comments and emails saying, well, what about, or this happened to me and it was another Black woman. And unfortunately, many of us have had this situation. And even though we've had this situation, and we're going to talk about it, I don't want anyone to believe that that is the norm for us. I think that many of us have had this experience because many people are struggling. You have a lot of hurt people out here who are hurting people, and you have a lot of people who are deeply, deeply, deeply insecure and deeply unhappy. And what they may do is project their own unhappiness, their own incompetence, all those insecurities. They may try to project that onto you. And the importance is that you recognize it for what it is and you can spot it, and also be mindful of limiting your contact with people who have shown you who they are, right? So remember Dr. Maya Angelou, when people show you who they are the first time, believe them, okay? So I'm signing off and I'm about to get ready for my live. Okay, so I hope you watch the live, or you'll be watching the recording because it's gonna come on after the live I'm doing today. Okay, take care, bye.